On behalf of myself, for those that don't know, I'm Zenovia. I'm the CEO for the Chamber. And we also have our staff here, and I'd like to recognize our staff. So we have Taylor here, Sam. Yes, all because of Taylor, we are here today. So, then I'd also like to recognize our board and committee. So if you're a board, can you please stand? We have Yvonne Walker, Domonique, Juleon, and Suzanne Cameron. Want to thank our sponsors who are here all of the time. We certainly appreciate it. Thanks to South King Media and I Love Kent. We are recording this and will be posted on our social media and YouTube shortly after the event. So thank you so much to South King Media. And then we have Andrew Crane here in the corner with the cameras. Andrew Crane is responsible for all of the shots that you see at our different events. And so he does really great headshots as well. So make sure that you check him out. We are represented by a variety of industries today. So we're so thankful for our community partners, and I'll allow them a chance to introduce themselves here in just a moment. But just want to kind of give you an idea of who's in the room and why it's important to be thinking about partnerships, right? As we're looking into 2026, the Chamber's already into 2026. So as your business is looking into 2026, one of the things that we are advising our businesses to do is look at partnerships. And what does that look like? And we'll be able to give a few of those examples today. But some of the industries represented today, we have banking. So you have banking, finance, and credit union. We have government and public services, construction, trade, and facilities. We have nonprofit and community services, technology and consulting, media, marketing, and then small business and small business services. So we have a variety, a diverse group of people in the room. And what that means is there's multiple opportunities for you to partner with one another. So we're just going to start here to my right. If you want to just introduce yourself and give us one quick breath of what your organization does.
Morning, everyone. My name is Kim Sauer. I am from Department of Enterprise Services for procurement and contracts. So we buy goods and services from businesses Washington State, especially I'm encouraging to buy from small and diverse businesses.
Domonique, Juleon with Business Impact Northwest. We are a nonprofit that supports small businesses through education, that's classes, business advising, as well as small business lending. So if you, generally speaking, if you can't get a small business loan at your bank or credit union, we are a next step option for that. As I like to say, compassionate lending, and we will work to make it happen or provide the resources to get you on the way there. So more later.
Hi everyone, my name is Hugo Nicolas, and I'm with the Governor's Office for Regulatory Innovation and Assistance. Our agency supports small businesses, specifically navigating the regulatory process. That could be a permit, license, taxes, certifications. So we want to make sure that you have an easy process, and we want to make sure that we can help you navigate that. The one thing where you can get a hold of us is through business.wat.gov. There's a lot of different resources that I hope I get to talk to you all about today. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Janie Sacco, and I'm an outreach and marketing specialist for the Small Business Administration's Seattle District Office. And Neil Sabash has been doing an outstanding job of manning the table. He is also an outreach and marketing specialist in our office. And what the Small Business Administration does is really support our small business community by providing funding through our lending partners and doing outreach events like this to make sure that you know what resources are available for you and what's current. And we have a lot of really great programs, which I'll talk about in a little bit, to really support small businesses, whether they're starting or growing, or if you're in a natural or economic disaster. So we're here for you. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Aleyda Hernandez. I am the Director of Project Management for Tabor 100. We are a nonprofit and we provide support to small minority-owned businesses. We are kind of a one-stop shop for anything that you're, as a business owner, might need. We have loan programs, free technical assistance, certifications, walk-in hours with our partners. So a lot of things that are helpful.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rowena Dacones, and I'm a Senior Relationship Manager with BECU, where our mission is to help our members and community achieve financial well-being. In my role, I work with micro and small business owners to not to provide solutions, not just in banking, but also education and guidance to help them feel confident on their financial decision. At BECU, we feel financial literacy is just as important as having access to capital. That's why we partner up with local organizations like SBA, Business Impact Northwest, to provide workshop and resources for you. Thank you for having me here.
You guys are so polite. I feel so proud. Treat our guests very well, and Kent, thank you. So I'm going to start back down here. I'll start with you, Kim. We've had a couple of conversations. Obviously, I know what DES does. But a lot of folks don't know, I wouldn't say easy, but the multitude of opportunities to partner with you all. And so for businesses new to state contracting, what are the top 3 steps they should take in order to get engaged with their organization?
So the business who are interested in getting into the state contracting, first thing you've got to do is register your business on the webs. Washington's Electronic Business Solution. If you just Google WEBS, it'll come up, and register your business there. It takes about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Make sure that if you are Washington Small Business, you mark there. And your email address is up to date, so you get the notification whenever there's an opportunity for your business. So do that first, and attend our open house, which is a virtual event, which is third Friday of the month from 3 to 4. It's a virtual event. You want to learn about where to go find, how much is the state agencies buying your particular goods and services. So you can find that out and many more. And the third thing, I want to say that you don't try to do it all by yourself. You don't need to. Like you came to Kent Chamber of Commerce, is one of our SCAN partners. We have State Contract Assistance Network, so we have about 30 plus community organizations. We made a network together where we can help small diverse businesses to get on statewide contract. That is our very own purpose of making that network. So, sign up with the Apex Accelerator, SCORE, SBDC. Sit down with them, get a one-on-one consultation, whatever that you need. If you need marketing, if you need funding, Northwest Business Impact Northwest. So you have a lot of support, utilize it. It's just tools that you will have in your toolbox. So, and don't hesitate to contact and reach out if you need any help.
Perfect, thank you. I'm looking at a couple of businesses that I know for sure should be writing down, so if not, we'll send out those resources. So signing up for webs, I think, is priority. It's number one. You are constantly getting information or opportunities to your inbox, and we just hosted a workshop probably 2 months ago on artificial intelligence and how to use AI to scan those RFPs or those opportunities in order to see if your business is qualified or how you can make that match. So again, if you missed that, I'm sure was it recorded, Taylor? The AI luncheon? Oh, good. So it's recorded, which means it's on our YouTube channel, and you can go back and take a look at that. But certainly different opportunities. We have folks, again, in industries that I think would really benefit from that. So thank you so much. Kim, I'm going to go on to you. Domonique, you have a long-standing, or not you, but you. Business Impact Northwest has a long-standing with the Chamber, and you offer a multitude of services and opportunities. So talk to me a little bit about the most common. No, you're not most common. Let's see. beyond the funding, right? Because you need funding, great. You need capital, great. There are some resources for that. But so beyond funding, what technical assistance or coaching do you offer that helps businesses sustain long-term growth?
Awesome. That's a great question. We do it all. Well, so we have about 20 or so business advisors who are focused on supporting you. So that could be, you've got a napkin idea, like just something popped into your head and you're like, I would really like to flush this out some more. We've got tools and advisors who can help you think that through. They can help you walk through what are the steps once you need to register and move through that process. And we also have stuff for businesses who are established. And so while funding can be an end goal or funding can be, down the line, we all want to run financially stable businesses. And so that means, do you understand your financial statements? Do you need help understanding your financial statements? Have you done a year cash flow projection? Those are all things that we can all be doing to make our businesses more viable, be able to identify issues that are coming up. So our business advisors can do that as well. We have classes and training, so you can either work directly with a business advisor, and it is free. There are also classes and trainings. We do have, actually, I will mention this one because this one's, it's our Grow and Thrive, which is really for businesses who are already established and you're looking for that strategic plan. You're really looking what do I need to be doing in the next couple of years? What do I want to focus on? And it is every other week for 12 weeks. So it's 6 classes, but you get a week off in between so that you can work on. You're paired with mentors. And really in that kind of cohort model, it's usually $300. And for Kent businesses, because we have a partnership with the city of Kent, it is free. So please, it starts the 16th. So there's some flyers back at our table. You can also, there's just a QR code that you can use to apply for that scholarship that will get you access to that. So please check that out. It's a great class for those that are just really looking to put their head down and work on their business, not in their business. Those are the things that we can really help you with. And then also just we have a good online demand library where you can drop in and just sort of check out the different classes. Maybe you want some tips on using AI in your business. We've got some recorded on-demand webinars that you can check out. We have live classes. The other thing that we do is we do have drop-ins regularly in community. So I'm just pulling this back up so I get the dates right. But we're at Kent Chamber the first Wednesdays of every month. So that doesn't require any pre-registration. Just show up, ask your questions, find out what the resources are, if you need help navigating anything, as well as Panther Lake is the third Mondays. We do have some drop-ins in Renton. We do have a Launch and Grow, which is our intro series class that is starting, that will be in Spanish in the next month. So if any Spanish speakers, but also it's just, there's English versions of it as well. So those are just a few of the samplings, but I would just really recommend checking out Business Impact Northwest and poking around. So, and then I think also the other thing that when I'm on panels like this, that I like to remind folks is that you don't have to pick which one of us you use. You can use all of us, and all of the resources are available to you. We all have slightly different things to offer. Sometimes it's also could just be personality fit. So don't generally, the first advisor you get, or you go to SBDC or SCORE and it doesn't fit, don't let that be the end of your journey of getting support for your business. There are lots of options out there.
Yeah, that's really great advice. I appreciate that, because I think sometimes we're like, oh, well, I didn't get a good experience at this place, or I didn't really help me move forward. Well, maybe you didn't know what you didn't know, so maybe there weren't the right questions, or whatever the case may be. So we provide a variety of resources so that you can find what works best for your business. And then just thinking about the drop-in coaching at Kent, the first Wednesday of every month. I know one of our newest members, Wesley, with 2 Maids of Kent, here had joined us there, right? And so those really an opportunity for you to be in community and get the things that you need. All of these are partners of the Chamber, and so we'll continue and do a better job of making sure that they're available to you. So Hugo, we'll go to you. And I think, there's a lot of maybe misunderstanding about some of the regulatory issues that people run into. So what are the most common regulatory hurdles small businesses face, and how does ORIA help them navigate those challenges?
Yes, so for our agency, we get a ton of questions from small businesses, but one of the most common questions we get from individuals is, how do I save time, cost, and frustration, right? So that comes back to customer service. That's the priority that we're taking in our agency currently. And one of the things, I'll provide some examples of how we help small businesses that you might be able to relate. So we, in business.wa.gov, we get about 5,000 different type of calls, either referred by somebody here in this panel or because they just ran into Google and our website came up. So one question we got is like, hey, how do we move a whale from Florida to Washington? And it's like, what does the permit process look like? So that can be very complex, right? And those individuals were, I would say, a mid-sized business. So they had to learn how to navigate that. One of the things we did in our agency, we brought in a bunch of agencies together and talked about like, what does that process look like? And we set an expectation, time cost, right, for that business. So we were able to do that, right? One of the individuals in our team put a plan together and help that business, right? So when you're thinking about you're growing or expanding your business, or you have an idea that hasn't really been explored, reach out to us. We had another individual who was, we decided to do a workshop specific for individuals that are deafblind, which was really interesting and really complex to be able to do that. So we're sharing regulatory process, right, and then have translators. And one of the individuals reached out to our agency and they're like, hey, I didn't know that there's opportunities for small businesses to get grants. And we were able to connect them with a local partner that happened to have a grant opportunity for that specific business. So reaching out to business.wa.gov, actually another thing too that we see consistently when businesses are starting, they're like, hey, have this plan, I know what I'm doing, right? I'm an expert at this, and I want to open a shop in X location. And once they get there, it's like, oh, I don't know, where do I go start that process? Am I gonna be an LLC, corporation, sole prop? Do I need to get a tax license? What type of tax license is? I'm looking at this specific property, what are the requirements, and what is the time and cost? So we can help you save that time and frustration by just simply reaching out to us, specifically if you're a new business or if you're a growing business and you're looking to expand to other different type of business activities. So, yeah.
Thank you, I appreciate that. So everybody has that website. What's really good is that we searched their website, Small Business Development Center, a bunch of different websites, most of our partners here, and put together, and I don't know if anyone here has seen it, but I don't know the name of it. It is our business book, our business, 74 pages. Small Business Guide. It is 74 pages. It's on a flip book. We're not printing it. Of exactly that. Where do I go? So you're in the city of Auburn. You have all of the links for City of Auburn, permitting and licensing and all of that. So we have that already because these partners are willing to give that information. It's readily available, but sometimes you get overwhelmed with that information. It's a lot, right? And so we've kind of tried to drill it down into something smaller. So 74 pages, you should be able to take your idea and click through, depending on your local city, South King County only, for our book of what you have. So thank you so much for that. And was someone really trying to bring a whale here? A whale? Yeah. Oh, awesome. Oh, it died. Oh, did it die at the camp?
No.
Oh, it was died at, my daughter runs that camp, and she was there. Wow. Yeah, the new YMCA. Yeah, no. Oh my gosh. Okay, good. I digress. Anyway. All right, Miss Janie. All right, Miss Janie with the Small Business Administration. Again, on the thread of there being a lot of tools, a lot of things available, SBA can help you. You know, you can get a $10,000 loan, you can get a $250,000 loan. It's based on what your company needs. What are the underutilized SBA resources that you want us to know about today?
Lending programs that we support in the community. The SBA is not a direct lender, with the exception of our Office of Disaster Recovery and Resilience. Think COVID, economic injury disaster loans. We fund those directly to you. but you don't want to be in a disaster necessarily working with us, right? So that agency within us also funds natural disaster, physical asset replacement, and economic injury as a result of a natural disaster. But the heart and soul of our funding really is our banks and our credit unions like BECU, and we have small business lending companies. All three of those categories of lenders can do loans up to $5 million for you, supported by a guarantee from the Small Business Administration. And that guarantee enables our lenders to do loans they would not otherwise be able to do for you. So if you've had a little bit of cash flow problems, or you've had not very much collateral, or you don't have a lot of equity in your business, or your credit score may be a little bit rough for whatever reason, those are a combination, one of them or any of them. Those are the reasons that a lender would do a loan in conjunction with an SBA guarantee to support you. We also have a category of lender called our Community Advantage lenders. They can do loans up to $350,000. Business Impact Northwest is one of them. We have 3 others in our communities to support you. And then we have a category of micro lenders. Again, Business Impact Northwest is one of them. We have 3 others that are more focused in nature. Business Impact Northwest probably is our broadest geographic area coverage for our district. And our district, just so you know, covers the majority of the state of Washington, but also 10 counties in northern Idaho. And those microloans can go up to $50,000. So low as you want, but within limits, right? And then we have contracting services. If you want to contract with the federal government, that's a really great resource as well. So 3 things that the Small Business Administration does for you. One is make sure that you have no-cost technical assistance in your community to get business plans put together, all that. Access to funding equitably across all dollar amounts, and then the contracting support when you're doing contracting with the federal government. And I just was reading an email this morning that for our manufacturers, a really exciting new program is rolling out. It is a line of credit. Again, it's for our manufacturers that have a NAICS code starting with 313233. And again, it's a line of credit. You can have working capital access for up to a 20-year period of time. Under that program, the maximum loan amount a lender can do is $5 million. It's really a very accessible program. So that's what I'm going to wrap up with. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Aleyda, I was on social media the other day, and one of our members tagged us in a post, and I feel like she walked out of your building with a bunch of podcast information. It was Jonte. I don't know if it was a grant or Jonte Mitchell. I don't know if it was a grant or what was going on, but I know that Tabor 100 is known for advocating for Black-owned and diverse businesses. So I would like for you to talk to us about what specific programs or funding resources are available right now for businesses seeking growth capital specifically.
Yes, so I feel like we've slowly become a one-stop shop for all business needs. We have our technical assistance program. It is completely free. You would never be asked to pay anything. All of our services are provided in-house. And you can receive any type of help, whether it be bid preparation, sales and marketing, website, accounting, anything you name it, we have the service provided. We also have our new loan program that's fairly new. It's a character lending program. It has a max of $20,000, but it is character lending, so meaning you don't have to go through regular banking requirements. You apply through us, and we have partnerships with local banks that allow us to do this. And so that kind of gets your foot in the door to build that credit history with banks for your business. And so I would say that is a great program to make use of, because a lot of the issues, right, when you have a business or you're new in business, is building that line of credit. If you get awarded a contract with the city of Seattle or just your first contract ever, you need that cash flow, right? And then a lot of the struggles that new businesses have is building that rapport. You can't just go open a line of credit. So that's a great service that we provide. We also have a lot of in-house resources that you can make use of. We have OMWBE at our Business Development Center in Tequila. And bi-monthly, we have certification classes, but we also have walk-in hours every Wednesday. So it's really important for you guys to get certified as new businesses. So I would say make use of that. We also have access to our partners there at the hub. They have walk-in hours, and you can come talk to the departments in King County, City of Seattle. Sound Transit is one of our new ones. DES. I'm trying to think of the other ones. WashDOT. So if there's a bid solicitation that you see out there and you want to speak to somebody, face to face, sometimes those lines can get busy. You can come to our center during the walk-in hours and really speak to somebody from their department. I would say Jonte, she is one of our consultants, and we do have our business center that you can come and do networking, and even that is of value because you meet a lot of other business owners that have gone through the same struggles. Being in this room alone, I've seen a lot of familiar faces, and so all of the network of people, and especially everything that is going on right now, I think that is the most important thing, being able to make those connections. So our Business Development Center, you can just walk in, work from there, and just meet with people, network, people know who is who in each department, and really just get that education.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Real quick, Aleyda, we're talking about the opportunities to provide that technical assistance. Who would businesses who feel like they're at a place in their business, they've been in business for a while, and they could be one of those providers, how would they go about signing up for that program, contacting you for that program? So I know we have a few established businesses in here that would be really great providers of some of that technical assistance. So how would they go about doing that?
That's actually a great question. Yes, if you are a seasoned business owner, you can go to our website and under technical assistance, click on Become a Consultant. You just have to let us know what your expertise are. It will ask you for some documentation on your business, and then that's basically it. It's as easy as that.
Wonderful, yeah, and put what your rate is, because it's not free for the people who are offering the technical assistance, just FYI. The people receiving it is free, but not the people doing it.
Correct.
And I think that's a very equitable thing to be doing, so thank you. Yes. All right, Rowena, BECU.
Hello.
Hello. So we've heard from 5 different providers, and the one thread there, right, is we're talking about financing. We're talking about money, okay? It will do you no good to get a grant, to get a loan, if you do not have financial literacy, if you do not at your core understand how to manage that money properly so that maybe you can borrow again or grow your business or maybe not have to borrow. So can you talk to us a little bit about the financial literacy programs available at BECU?
Sure. Thanks, Zenovia. Yeah. So at BECU, we believe financial literacy is just as important as accessing your access, as Isila said. So we partner with local organizations like Business Impact Northwest, IRC, SBA, to provide a lot of those workshops where we deliver financial literacy at our local businesses, at your door, or at your offices. It's also very important that in the very get-go, like when you build your business, you have to also build in financial literacy. It's then kind of an ongoing process. And it really starts with you as an individual, because the 5 C's of credit, the first thing up there is character. Character, and how do we know character? And that's about your credit, right? Because we don't know you as an individual, but how well you take care of your credit. And so that's gonna be pulled, and that's gonna be really, really important. So as far as financial literacy, we work with King County. We put, depending on who our audience is going to be, we put together presentation and we present it to communities. We also can do financial literacy here at Kent Chamber or any local businesses that would like us to come. If you go to our website, bec.org, and you go to becu.becu, there's already workshop that's already there. They have dates. I don't have those dates, but you can go to the website. They'll have all of that information. As well, we have it for personal, we have it for investment, we have it for business. And I also often ask to do a presentation for like a hair salon where they'll have, you know, they have hairstylists that will be there and they need a little bit more information on when, where, or how to open an account, how to access capital. I'm happy to do those for you, or somebody from BECU can do that for you for your organization. Even home buying, not just for business, but everything else. So we have financial literacy workshop that's already available and that's already has a packet. It's just waiting for you to come reach out to us.
Yeah, perfect. So I have more questions, but now that you kind of have an understanding of what they are, does anyone have any specific question for any of our partners? You came here for a reason today, right? And don't be shy. Yes, Carmen.
So I would currently work Boxing Trust, but I understand is out in the SBA manufacturer that also waiving any SBA guaranteeing dates. So is that accurate?
Yes and no. The SBA loans that are guaranteed carry a guarantee fee. And the reason I'm saying this is because our program has a zero subsidy. So the financial institutions that support our program and our borrowers really are our funding source for future activities, right? So there is a guarantee fee that is charged on those loans. It's based on the dollar amount, and there's a range or percentage, and I won't get into all that, but for our manufacturers that are in the 313233 NAICS code, the North American Industry Club classification system number, for loans up to $950,000, there is no guarantee fee for manufacturers, again, in that range, okay? So that is a very positive thing for our manufacturers, regardless of the size of the manufacturer. It's all about the dollar amount in that particular case. Thank you for asking.
Any other questions?
This is my first time here, so I'm not a member, registered non-member. I moved to Seattle, and I'm on both sides, and I think my question is on one side, for over 9 years, I've been supporting enterprise businesses with strategy, IT consulting, AI strategy, and all of that. And right now, I'm in a transition period where, first of all, I'm looking to start my business, but I'll get back to the question later. But right now, I'm now looking to help small businesses with AI strategy and consulting needs that they might have. And while I was listening to all the awesome questions that you're asking, I'm like, oh, I don't think my services are needed because I'm here like technical assistant, free and all of that, which is great. But I also see that there's an opportunity for travel to work with you, support more businesses. But I'm just curious to see, like, is there any other, like, all the other organizations that you also have that pipeline where you get consulting support the whole business or that would be
Before you answer that, Kim, I'm just going to say, as an advocate for small businesses, open the business. It doesn't matter how many people have that business. This should not be a deterrent for whether or not you're going to do that, because a lot of businesses need that one-on-one. A lot of businesses need an actual written plan. While they can go and get that here, right? That follow through may not be there. And some of us, I'm talking about Zenovia, may need that extra push. So don't let this be a deterrent for you not to start your business, but I digress.
And also, of course, there is state contract for business consulting services. Okay, so go for that. But of course, state is not the only buyer. So City of Seattle, Port of Seattle, a lot of cities and counties. So what did I tell you? Register your business on webs, okay? And then come to our open house. We'll show you how you can research those business opportunities. So business consulting, we definitely have opportunity with the state and government.
I feel like there's $3 million. I feel like it just came out. It's like $2 or $3 million, if I'm not mistaken. It just came to my desk. Yes.
And for Business Impact Northwest, while we have a smaller pool of vendors than Tabor, we do have a vendor pool that we often tap for our clients. And so you can reach out to me and I can give you the links to get registered into that vendor pool. We also, invite folks to come in and do, we call them business expert sessions. So you can come in and, provide some educational material to the small businesses. And that is a way to get some exposure. We still offer it for free because that's kind of our model. And I will go with what also Zenovia said, that often a lot of the services that are offered for free are less about us doing the work, more about guidance and navigation and those sort of things. So sometimes people do need the consulting work done, and there's still needs for that.
I would like to also add, yes, open your business. I think that should not stop you. There is consulting needs specifically in the IT areas. I know DES puts a lot of bids out there for that specific area, the Port of Seattle. I think it's transitioning from employee to employer and knowing how to find the people looking for your services. So I do think I want to strongly echo that. Open your business.
Okay, so one thing I just want to mention is that the Small Business Guarantee Program funds startup businesses with those loan proceeds. So we have lenders out there that are willing and able to provide funding for you to help start your business. You do need to inject a minimum of 10% of your total funding need, right? And then they could do up to 90%. So I just want you to know that. The other thing is our technical assistance providers, they're overwhelmed. There is a place for private sector consulting, and as you're doing that, you may want to also do referrals to financial institutions for funding for your client base, so you can expand and grow beyond, just one thing. The other thing I do want to let you know globally here is that if you are interested in contracting with the federal government, please get registered in sam.gov. So it's www.sam.gov. It's a sales award management system, and that gets you in the queue, all right?
I was just gonna add a little bit to the question on being a technical support provider. So there's definitely a high demand there. And one of the things that I specifically read a research study done by Stanford. There's actually a lot more, there's a lot of benefit for businesses to connect with other businesses. That's where they can and specifically learn strategies or different approaches that can be helpful for government agencies. Like businesses would come, like one question that I can think of, it's like, hey, should I be an LLC, sole prop corporation? As an agency, we can't tell them, right? We can tell them how to get there, but we can't decide that for them. So definitely there's a lot of opportunity out there.
I just want to add that when you're ready to open your business, the best launchpad is, creating a business plan. A tour business plan will help you with understanding what you need and find weaknesses in the ideas and so forth, and challenges in advance.
If you guys are looking to start, so right now the proposal is not so if you guys are looking to start with the awareness, I would share with you the 25 is, yes, everybody does something great, but in terms of what the rates look like loans, just great to see what that looks like across the organization. That's what we're looking for. And then in terms of starting a new business, like what is the, I don't know if, for folks that are just starting out, what does that look like to get this funding, and what is that rate? What are the requirements of what you do that for with that?
Just give it to me. That's cute. Okay, so this is what I'm just gonna give you kind of the big picture here. With a small business guarantee for a startup business, that's a lot of the times the lenders use our guarantee program to help fund startups because you're high risk. You don't have a history of being able to generate cash flow, all right? So what you need to really focus on as a startup is to have 2 years of cash flow projections that are really, they don't have to be overwhelmingly detailed, but you need to have as your assumptions about those numbers, right? And that's a really big deal because you will have to provide 2 years of cash flow projections. The first year is by month, the second year may be any version of monthly, quarterly, whatever. Okay, because you're a startup business, you generally will be in the high end of the interest rate spectrum with our programs. The SBA programs limit the lenders to a maximum spread of anywhere from 3% to 6.5%, depending upon the dollar amount of the loan. So if you're borrowing smaller dollars, if you're borrowing $50,000 or less, and a lender is using our program with a guarantee, then they can charge our index plus a maximum 6.5%. There's 4 categories, and when you get to doing a loan more than $350,000, then the maximum spread is 3% over the index. We have 2 indexes. Prime right now is 7.5%. So on that $50,000 loan, you could have a starting interest rate of 14%. All right? That's an ouch, right? That's the maximum. So they're going to look at the 5 C's of credit, which are your capacity to do the business, function it, your character, your collateral, your capital injection, and your cash flow. Okay? So those are 5 things they're going to look at, and they're going to evaluate your overall risk. So your spread may be lower than that, right? The other index that I want you to know about it for SBA supported programs is the SBA PEG rate. Right now, that is 4.63%. So it's about 3% below prime, all right? So again, our maximum spreads still hold, but the index is lower. So now if you're getting a loan supported by an SBA guarantee, you're saving about 3% on your rate automatically when you start, okay? So the stronger the loan across the board, the lower the spread typically is over the index that the lender is using, okay? So those are maximums. They can be lower than that, all right? Does that help? Yeah, okay, thank you.
Awesome. So we're going to go into just our kind of rapid fire round. I had my questions, right? And so I just want to make sure that you all give the information that you think is important, knowing who is in the room today. So we'll just kind of go down. We'll start with you, Rowena, and just why did you want to be here today, and like what is it that you want folks to walk out of the room with today?
I'm here in the room today because I want to let you guys know if you're starting a business. I've been in banking for nearly 37 years or more. And I started out at Wells Fargo, retired, and now at a credit union. You know, at one point I was asking, God, how does a credit union make money? And really they don't. They're not for profit, and they always give back to the community. The ownerships are the members versus the shareholders, so they're looking out for the community and the members. And so really if you're starting out, start at a credit union where the fees are lower, right? Where there's minimal cost to you, and eventually graduate to a financial institution when you can have a little bit more treasury management and you can keep a higher balance on the account where you don't have to pay any fees. At the end of the day, you want to make sure your money's working for you. And a credit union, BECU, we're here for you. We're about community. We're about our members, and we want to help you.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Well, I wanted to be here because I feel like in our community, just historically, there's always a lack of information. We don't know the resources that are out there. And I think with the climate of everything that's going on, I think we are our biggest, coming together as a community, we have the answers with each other. I think even when I talk to small businesses, a lot of the struggles that they're facing, they didn't know there was a chamber. Like, a lot of people don't know there's chambers. A lot of people, they don't know that they can join a community nearby that will have this support system and this network of people that want to help you succeed, that want to give you the information that you need, to the resources that there is out there. And so even coming to these events, networking with your peers, you know, one business owner might know this, the other business owner might know this, and just the exchange of information, and just really, I guess, for me, is educating a business on all the things that they could really use. That's really important for me. So I really want to get in the habit of coming out to the community more, but also like doing more to get that information to you guys, so you guys don't have to struggle to find it.
Well, we're here for you, okay? We're a federal agency. You pay for us through your taxes for people like me and Neil, okay? So we want to make sure you understand what our programs are. So I'm here for you. And the other thing I want you to I didn't get through all of our programs because I didn't want to, you know, dominate the tables here. But if you are a business that needs a venture capital, we do have our small business investment companies. If you're a company that is innovative and very creative, either with product or technology, the SBA is a conduit to grant resources and application processes that our other federal agencies are letting competitive grants for. This is a really big deal, okay? And there are rules surrounding everything. But again, I want you to know that you can call our office, I feel like a salesman now, but saleswoman, 206-553-7310. We get calls every day, and we try and get back to you the same day with a response for whatever your question is. You can also email us at info@sba.gov if you want to reach us that way. And we refer out to everyone. And I'm going to let Domonique talk about the interest rate on the microlender program. There you go.
So the reason why I'm here is because I always enjoy helping others. I was not born in this country, and funny enough, I work for the government now. But I was always intimidated just when it came to, you know, dealing with anything that was government-ish. So one of the things that I want to say, and when I took my role, is I just want to make sure that we do things different, that we simplify things, that we are innovative, that we're doing new things, that we're working with the chamber, because they are really the center of influence that can help us spread the word, specifically when we have programs or services that people don't even know they're available. My agency is one agency, and there's 29 different agencies that we work with. When we're going to different communities across the state, the first thing that we always hear is like, I didn't know the Department of Revenue could do this. I didn't know Secretary of State could do this. So there's a lot of different things that I want to make sure that everybody knows, which is business.wa.gov. And the last thing I'll finish up is our newsletter that goes out every second Thursday of the month, where we compile all the different policies, programs, grants that are happening in the state of Washington. So go to business.wa.gov, sign up to our newsletter, which we currently have about 500,000 businesses there. So thank you.
I'm here because I want to make sure you know that we are passionate about helping you run a financially stable business. And that can mean, you know, whether you're a startup and you're trying to figure out where your first tranche of capital and is going to come from, to I've been in business for 10 years and I'm ready to grow this business. And so when you think about that interest rate and those microloans, I'm not going to punt the question and say, come talk to us. Because what we would really like to do is to sit down with you and have that conversation and look at your financial, like where are you trying to go? And so maybe that 10% interest rate, isn't so scary when you're gonna grow by 20%, right? That's when you get capital. That's when you get excited about like, yes, I want that. When you don't, we wanna help you before you need to be rescued, right? Those are the, yes, we can do some refinancing of credit card loans and some other things, but really, I'm here today to try to catch you before you get there. I want to catch you so that we have that conversation now. We can look at what it would take you to get a loan, where you're at, even if that loan is 2 years from now, right? Let's talk about it now so you can be setting yourself up for success in the future. So that's why I'm here.
I'd like you to know how to find out if government is buying what you're selling. So know how to find that. So the government is a big buyer. The DES state government alone, we buy $2.4 billion worth of goods and services from about 1,800 small, Washington businesses and other businesses. About half of that, the small businesses can go for it. So know how to find out if state is buying what you're selling. But again, when I say state, I meant to say government as a whole. So there are other buyers, like I mentioned earlier, cities, counties, school districts, some of the nonprofits. So we have about 1,700 buyers, and even construction, a lot of 784 are registered to buy construction work from small businesses. So there are a lot of buyers. So know that is an opportunity for you. And entry is not easy, especially if you're trying for the first time, but there is help. You heard Tabor 100, businesses like Northwest, ORIA. There are a lot of help that you can do it if you really set out that you like to do. So I'd like you to know that. And where to go for help if you need it. So I'll be in the back a little more. I have my card. We offer classes, technical assistance, whatever that you need in order for you to proceed and be successful. So I'd like you to take full advantage of that. So, thank you.
Awesome. Wonderful. All right, so thank you all so much for being here. Glad that we are in alignment as it relates to getting the information out. We need more messengers to ensure that businesses have the support that they need. You all know this, but business is growing, meaning more people are starting small businesses. And so we need to just make sure that those folks have access to those resources, and we want to be a part of that. But we know we're not the end-all, be-all. We have to be able to partner with other people. So certainly appreciate you all being here. We will do a follow-up for sure. Normally on Friday you get an email, like a thank you email. It may take us a few more days just to compile all of the websites and links that they talked about today to make sure that they're just easy, clickable for you so that you can go. Right? And so the one thing I would say, if I were sitting here today, starting my business today, one of the first things I would do is probably start and make sure that I'm a certified woman-owned, minority-owned business and also signed up for WEBs. That's what Zenovia would do. And then I would make sure that I get a card from every business that's in here and set up an appointment. And you can even say, I'll meet you at the Kent Chamber office, and they'll meet you at the Kent Chamber. So you don't even have to worry about that. So again, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you.